My name is Genevieve. I work in photography. In particular, I work in cameraless photography, like this. So this is a special light sensitive blue liquid that I've painted onto a piece of paper, and I've made a little nest in the garden, or I've done something like laid on a leaf, and in the sunlight it develops this permanent blue colour. So that's the type of photography that I like to work in. I also go out for walks for inspiration to find natural objects. I also do a little bit of drawing, and sometimes I work in textiles. So I use fabrics and make things that are hand sewn together. So as well as making my own artwork, I also work as a community artist. So as a community artist, that means that I work with groups of people and we work together to make art together about different subjects. So for example, I might go into a school, I might go into a library, a museum, or sometimes I work outdoors. I might be based in a park or on the beach, and groups will come and we'll meet together and we'll make some artwork. So I'm mostly inspired by nature. So for me, going out for a walk or spending time in the outdoor world, perhaps in my garden or in my local area, is something that really gives me lots of inspiration. In particular, I like to work with plants, and I like to sort of track the changes of the season. So things coming up in spring, flowers coming into bloom in the summer, and enjoying how the colours change into the autumn, and then how seed heads and leaves dry in the winter. That gives me lots of inspiration. So a recent favourite for me has been exploring the snow. So earlier this year in 2021 we had some snow. So I mixed up the blue photographic chemical that I work in, called cyanotype. I mixed it up with a snowball that I made in my garden and let it melt on the page for a couple of days, and I really enjoyed playing with this because I really love how the seasons change and the fact that we don't always get snow every winter, but I really enjoyed taking the chance to enjoy the snow while it was here. So I'm really lucky in that I get to work with people all the time, people that might not call themselves an artist, but together we are creating. So as a community artist, sometimes I work with a school class and together we're all working as artists. Sometimes I work maybe in a care home or with a group of adults, and together we're all working as artists and we're all inspiring each other. So those are the people that really inspire me, people that are giving art a go, even if they wouldn't call themselves an artist. People are still really creative and have lots of ways in which they can inspire each other. So those are the people I enjoy working with. So I work in photography. That's my art practice myself that I do, and that is something that I did study for. So I went to East Norfolk sixth form and I did an A level in photography. I then went on to the University of Westminster in London and did a BA degree in photography. But to become a community artist, I actually did volunteering. So I didn't need to go for a degree, but that's something that I wanted to do and really enjoyed and got a lot from. But to become a community artist, an artist that collaborates with groups and communities, I went through volunteering to get there, and that's how lots of people come into that role. So to become a community artist, I would suggest volunteering. It's a good place to start. Perhaps there's a local group that would like a little bit of help, perhaps at their regular sessions. That was something that I did. And it was a really good chance to think about, well, who do I like to work with? Would I like to do creative projects with children and young people, teenagers, with adults or older people? So when I was starting out, I volunteered at different projects that supported different age groups, so I could kind of get a feel for what I'd like to do. Okay, so I'm now going to set your creative challenge. So this is a creative challenge that is inspired by my own arts practice, about the way that I find inspiration. So I would like you to go on a walk in your local area I would like you to take your pen and pencil or paper with you so you can do some drawings. And I'd like you to draw the plants that you find, but paying special attention to the plants that are growing through the cracks of the pavement, that are growing through the edges, that are growing in overlooked spaces, perhaps behind the wheelie bins, or sprouting out of the side of an alleyway, or in the side of a car park. Places that you might not expect to find plants, but they'll be there, hidden there. So I'd like to invite you on this drawing walk in your local area to spot these overlooked plants. And then I'd like to invite you to turn that drawing, or those drawings, into a postcard that you can send to a friend to invite them to do their own drawing walk in their own local area.